welcome to Chelsea's Tarot Readings. How are you guys? So for this reading, it's going to be, how is your spiritual progress? Where are you right now? I figured I would do a video like this, I really like to do spiritual videos, obviously, because my channel is very spiritual, and those of you on my channel are very spiritual. So I found this spread and I was like, I'm so gonna do this. This is awesome. And it gets, it gives you a good kind of perspective of where you are right now. So yeah, I did 4 piles for this reading, starting from the far left. As always, this is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Obviously choose the one that you are drawn to, as that is your pile. I'll post the timestamps in the description as well as the comments, and if you would like to book a more personal reading, please go to the link that is appearing on your screen now. It's very easy to book a personal reading. And yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for watching this, and if it resonates, give a like, subscribe, and welcome to the family. I love you guys so much, and yeah, I appreciate you. Enjoy. Hi, pile 1. So how are you doing with your progress right now? Let's see where you are. So I did pull 2 oracle cards before we get into the actual spread. You guys know me, I love my oracle cards. They help a lot, and they also give you a lot of insight. Ooh, this is a pretty card. Look at that. All that glitters. And no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. Yeah, interesting. So obviously we'll read more about these cards before we get into the actual spread. I really like the wisdom oracle, so let's see what wisdom we have. 1660. Okay. It's only human to want to adorn oneself in trinkets and paint a pretty picture of oneself. It's natural to want to acquire the trappings of status, or to deny them as a statement of rebellion. But what if it sparkles? Is it better? But if it sparkles, is it better? Whether it's a fast car, a big house, a title or position, the stamp of authority, or the sparkling of diamonds, these icons let you know something about a person, place, or thing. Or do they? The truth is that people seek to acquire things because of what they will do for them, and how they symbolically will elevate them and make them more attractive. This card signals that it's time to see beyond the adornments and probe underneath the surface. Learn to recognize that masks people wear and the motives underlying them. Imagine that all the glitter is gone. Would you still desire the object or person? Wow, so that is something so deep, guys. Wow. So we have that message. And so from the Work Your Light oracle, we did get no. And I did want to actually read more about that. So you are being called to either pause or say no. Saying yes to something that isn't in alignment with you will drain your energy and your time. Makes sense. It actually goes along with all that glitters card. Hold out for a congruent, aligned 100% yes. Often when we are looking for guidance to make a decision, it can be frustrating not to move into clear and considered action. However, timing is everything, and not receiving clear guidance is actually guidance in itself. We all go through times known as waiting periods. These times are crucial for our body to regenerate, the new path to formulate, and the universe to begin creating things on our behalf. You don't need to be plowing forward all the time to move forward. A potent, congruent yes when the time is right will put you ahead leaps and bounds. Don't force things now, just wait, because it seems like the only option. Take a breather and wait. The waiting is actually very productive, for when the time for movement comes to you will be ready to dive right in. I love that, guys. So really powerful oracle cards to start out with. So now turn my little third eye on. I do have my crown chakra. That reminded me of my crown chakra because I actually got my little incense burning. All right, so the first card that we have in the spread is going to be, where are you in your spiritual cycle? Yes, the Nine of Swords, the shadow side. I don't know why I said that. That was so dramatic, the shadow side. No. Where you guys are at in your spiritual cycle, quite literally, you guys are having a lot of anxiety. I feel it's to the point where, you know, with the Nine of Swords, we tend to think about frustration and, you know, staying up all night and anxiousness, worrying. I feel where you are is you're just very tired, and what else can I get from this, the Nine of Swords? It seems it seems like there also could be some kind of guilt, but I feel you're doing a lot of how you call purging right now, and I feel it's very necessary on your spiritual path, because we all go through this, but what's important is that we get through this, because we gotta get through this to go through this. We gotta go through this to get through this. Wow. So the second card is going to be your central cycle lesson. So what is the takeaway that we can get from your current spiritual state? Okay, this is very interesting. Three of Cups. So something we can learn from this. Okay, it's coming to me. So I feel as though, for you guys, if you've been watching pick a card videos for guidance and stuff like that, if you're being told to kind of step out more and maybe go out with people, I feel, because this could also, since this is the lesson, it could be teaching you that collaboration with other people might seem scary, but it can actually help you along the way. And I know this kind of sounds a little confusing, but the lesson I kind of get is maybe also that, you know, so this is what I'm getting. I'm sorry, it's coming at me. So the thing with spirituality a lot of the time is we like to think of it as roses and cotton candy. I always say cotton candy because literally there's the TV and it's flying over a carnival. It's hard to explain. Anyways, I'm not watching TV, but it's in my eyesight. So yeah, I feel as though so what I was getting to is roses and cotton candy. This is so okay. Anyways, so you know how a lot of people like to think that spirituality is always beautiful and always perfect. However, obviously that's not the case. It does actually have a lot to do with purging and learning lessons and growing. And that's just the beginning, obviously. I mean, obviously we're always constantly growing, but this is necessary because these are the lessons that, you know, we have to learn in life, is that even spirituality, you know, we're still human and we go through this like different things every day, and so I feel as though that would be the kind of lesson, you know, you're needing to learn. So the next card is going to be a positive influence. This could actually be a air sign. Maybe if there's a young male air sign in your life, because this is coming up as a court card, then this could be a positive influence, this person. You know, but dealing with spirituality, it could be a person, or it could also be the fact that you're moving forward and you're persevering, you know, regardless of the Nine of Swords kind of weighing you down right now. You're still going at a really good pace, even though at the same time you're sort of holding back because you're very scared and anxious right now. But at the same time, you're like still moving forward and still trying to persevere. That's kind of what I want to get with that. And the negative influence, oh my gosh, these damn nails. Not having the strength. Ego. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. So negative influence, maybe the ego right now you're needing to tame with the strength card, because I always get ego. But then again, for a negative influence, you guys, you could be putting yourselves down and making yourselves feel very weak, guys. And we'll go back, because we're always going to go back to your current spiritual state. And it seems as though you're losing that personal strength when you're supposed to be gaining. And the negative influence could actually be yourself. Advice. Two of Swords, make a decision. Also with the Two of Swords, it's kind of like opening your eyes and not being scared to kind of take that chance. And because if you notice in the remember in the original Rider-Waite deck, the Two of Swords, it's a woman, she has a blindfold, I believe, and it's the two swords crossing her. She can't see, so it's kind of like, I feel as though you're being told to take the blindfold off. You're being told to calm the anxiety and build that strength up, because, you know, that Knight of Swords energy is what's going to get you through this ultimately, and I believe in you. So yeah, guys, I really like that reading. If you liked it too, definitely give a like, subscribe if you're not, and welcome to the family, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye. File 2, welcome. So you guys are watching this video because you're inquiring about your spiritual progress. Awesome. As most of you know, I always love my oracle cards, so we'll get into these first before we get into the actual spread. Ooh, Starseed. What lights you up? Thinker. So it does seem interesting right away how I notice the oracle asking you a question, and I feel you're kind of being guided to ponder and think about what actually lights you up and what actually kind of makes you want to wonder and makes you want to discover things. So I'm going to read you guys a little bit more about Starseed. I love Starseeds. Amazing. So 50 Starseeds are souls with a double mission: to raise their own consciousness and the consciousness of the planet. They are old souls who have incarnated elsewhere beyond this planet. So obviously when I said Starseeds, I knew it was a certain group of people. Most of you who chose this is definitely representing you. So many starseeds arrive with a feeling that time is running out and that there is something that they came here to do or create or contribute. If you pulled this card, it is to confirm that you are a starseed, what I just say, and you are being encouraged to answer the call, to follow what lights you up. Once awake, most starseed souls find it hard to have meaningless conversations, jobs, and relationships. Yup. They innately know that there is much more to life, yup, and feel that there is something more and get to work. They remain restless until they step into their calling, which is to light up the world with their unique presence. I love this. Starseeds are scattered all over the planet, in hospitals and schools, in slums and mansions, on stages and in edit suits, in parks and nightclubs, in taxis and themed parks. Many starseeds spend parts of their lives trying to fit in or in some form of spiritual closet. If you are dimming your light to fit in, it is time that you stop and start embracing the unique light that you came here to share, and treat your time on earth like a glorious vacation. So yeah, guys, very, very beautiful message to think about. So for our wisdom oracle, we have thinker. So sorry, I'm just trying to find the why do I do that? Why do we do that? Okay, so 166. Thinker. The ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct. For in this moment there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem. You have all the information you need. Keep it simple and you will win the game of life you're playing right now. But yeah, however, although I read you the actual oracle meaning for this card, I do think it is more related to thinking about what lights you up and how you can contribute. Oh, sorry guys. So I actually really hope that made sense. I love that. We're gonna get into the spread now. So the first card that we have is, where are you in your spiritual cycle? All right, I like this. All right, nice. So you guys are at the Six of Swords right now. I like this because this tells me that you guys are moving away from mental instability and things that no longer serve you. You're listening to your intuition, and you're also thinking, and you know, your thinking is guiding you in the right direction as well. So this tells me that you guys are actually at a really good point right now. And yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just want to say I am proud of you. That's a wonderful step to be at right now. Moving into greener pastures. So what is the central cycle of this lesson? Temperance. So I like this. So the central cycle of this lesson is, you can have balance, and you will. You will balance your emotions, you will balance your life, everything will be okay. And I feel that is actually the lesson that you're needing to learn, is that, you know, things will be okay and things will balance themselves out. Yeah, I very strongly, I get that. So the third card is a positive influence. The Hanged Man. So a positive influence it has to do with yourself. You know, the major arcana is actually really spiritual, and it has to do with the inside. So a positive influence is you're letting go and you're releasing your emotions, and this is something obviously that is needed to be done, and it is a positive influence. Also changing, you know, maybe you're seeing things in other people's perspectives too, like you're broadening your perspective, and it's really it is a positive influence, and it's a nice thing. That's really nice, guys. So let's see a negative influence. Okay, High Priestess. So this is also, you know, having to do with inner. You know, the High Priestess being a negative influence. I feel as though you guys are kind of negative influences on yourselves in a way, because you might tell yourself a lot of negative things that aren't true. And I kind of got that right away. I got the feeling of illusion, and that confused me a little bit, because a lot of times with the high priestess, it doesn't have to do with illusion at all, actually. It has to do more with intuition. And, you know, however, if you think about it, a high priestess sometimes has to do with not knowing and the unknown. So I feel as though, you know, you guys right now, your negative influence is yourselves. For sure, you guys, it's like you have a very good positive influence on yourself, but at the same time, there's that negative influence that's kind of dragging, and it's time to see your worth. For sure, guys. Let's see the advice. Yeah, King of Wands, for sure. So see your worth, what I just tell you. Take your power and own it. You guys are leaders. You guys are star seeds. You're leaders. Get out there. Do what you need to do. Follow your passions. Follow what you know is right. That's your advice. So I really like that. So I hope you guys like that reading. If you did, give a like, subscribe, and welcome to my channel if you're not. And welcome to the family. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Hi, Pile 3. How are you guys? So you're inquiring about your spiritual progress and getting a little more insight. First, I'm going to start with my oracle cards, because if you watch my videos, you know I love these. This is going to give us wisdom and spiritual insight before we get into the actual tarot spread. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love these cards. Ooh, notice all the bright colors as well. So I'm gonna feel this first, and then I'll read you guys a little more. So you guys are very blessed, obviously, whether you're aware or not. And this card's always important because it's 2019, and a lot of people, it's like everyone wants to fit in, and maybe people will be like, oh, you're crazy if you believe a certain way. So obviously if you're spiritual, and others are kind of like, dude, that's weird. You know, it's kind of saying like, don't dim your light, because like obviously you're here for such like a great purpose, as well as you're blessed, and you know you're going to do great things. So it's kind of like, don't pay attention to that. I get that strong message. So we'll read more about the wisdom. So we have blessed 83. There are moments in life when out of the blue, it seems that everything has been orchestrated by divine intervention. You feel blessed in ways that are difficult to express. It's as if the Red Sea parts in front of you, and events come together to banish your troubles easily and naturally. You know deep down you did not deserve any of it, and yet here you are. This is one of those times. Let awe and gratitude for all your blessings guide you now. Oh my gosh, guys. So a lot of good luck is coming to you, definitely, with the blessed card. So then we have don't dim to fit in. Obviously, you guys know the meaning. I gave you an overview, but we will read more. Don't dim your light to accommodate someone else's smallness. For real. Okay, that's definitely what I meant to say. Took the words right out of my mouth. We are all born to shine big and bright. The universe is expanding, and you are part of the universe. So expanding is part of your nature. If someone makes you want to retract, notice and slowly back away. They are not for you, and you are not for them. Better yet, find it within yourself to expand and shine your light anyway. Flowers don't open and close according to who is walking by. They open and show their beauty regardless. If others don't want to be around you, or you make them uncomfortable, it's because you are shining light on the fact that they are dimming to fit in. Oh my gosh, yeah. True. By choosing to shine bright, you may just inspire them to turn on their light too. Or not. Keep your light on anyway. Whew, y'all, those are some good cards. Good advice, good advice. Yeah. Now we're going to get into the spread. So first card is going to be, where are you in your spiritual cycle? Interesting. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles reversed. For some reason, and I don't know why, you guys are like, you feel like you missed an opportunity to maybe expand your spiritual vision, or yeah, I feel as though, you know, you have this opportunity and you know you're kind of passing it by. Maybe because I feel like this is related to this card, because maybe with the Page of Pentacles, excuse me, it's Pentacles, so it has to do with, you know, reality and everyday life. So yeah, I feel as though, like, you know, you're passing a great opportunity to do great things and change the world, etc. So yeah, that's important to notice. And central, what is the lesson, basically? There we go. Ace of Swords reversed. The lesson is to speak your truth. That's literally the lesson. This is the reason why this is a lesson is because it's kind of showing you what you're passing by when you're not speaking and you're not, you know, expressing your true thoughts and your true feelings. Let's see the positive influence. Ace of Wands reversed. We have a lot of reversals. Reversed. Being a positive influence. Okay, let me feel this, guys. I feel at the same time, oh my gosh, I feel like you guys lost your way. Why am I feeling this? I feel like you guys are, you know, at the same time, like, you know, you're lucky, but you feel as though, you know, you're not deserving of it. And then the Ace of Wands being a positive influence, this, I feel this is saying, like, this was a positive influence. Maybe you don't have a lot of positive influences right now. It could be like, you know, you are blessed, but you don't have, oh, I get it, yeah. You don't have positive influences around you. I feel this has a lot to do with, you know, the people you surround yourself with. Oh gosh, yeah, that makes sense. So let's see the negative influences. Negative influences, literally all these cards are reversed. Negative influence, and this, you know, all these reversals are also telling me that a lot of this is past energy. So it could be repeating a cycle of maybe dimming your light. That could have a lot to do with it. Ten of Swords, and negative influence is your past. I feel like maybe a lot of you guys, you can't let go of something that happened to you that was very devastating with the Ten of Swords reversed. And obviously it is weighing you down, and it is and it has become a very negative influence, and has impacted your life greatly. So let's see the advice. Queen of Wands reversed. Take your power back. That's your advice. Because we're getting a lot of reversals. And again, these are always meant to be. So what I definitely get is the advice is to take your power back. You got, again, I have a lot of, I know I have a lot of like special people on my channel, but yeah, you guys have a lot of potential. Definitely. Again, you have opportunity right now, and you have a lot of potential if you don't dim your light and, you know, not voice yourselves. work with the throat chakra a little bit. But overall, guys, I feel as though this has a lot to do with the past. So try and work on this, because you guys are going to do so great. It's just that you need to not try and dim your light for others, because you are meant to shine, literally. So I really hope you guys like that reading. I hope it gave you insight. If you did like it, give a like and subscribe if you're not. Welcome to the family, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hi pile 4, how are you guys? So you guys are inquiring about your spiritual progress and where you are with that and how you can expand and grow from here. So as most of you probably know already, I love my oracle cards. These cards have to do with wisdom and spirituality. So we'll look at these first, and then we'll get into the actual tarot spread. TikTok, unbound. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Ooh, I'm gonna read you guys more about these. So these are very interesting. I actually don't even think I pulled TikTok before at all. I kid you not. I obviously know this has to do with time running out. So let's see. Oh, okay, yeah. It's about you guys thinking time is running out. That makes more sense. So listen to this. Patience in all things is called for right now. What do you need to do when you're in a rush? Slow down, of course. Meditate and trust. Breathe and repeat. Humans cannot exist without drawing breath. Now is the time to allow the life-giving element of air to replenish your body, your being, and your very essence. Stop to smell the roses, breathe in the sunlight, and release the darkness, and miracles will appear. So you guys, what this is, again, it's giving me the overall sense that you think time's running out. That's what it has to do with, but it's an illusion. Yeah, for sure. And then the Work Your Light Oracle, we have Unbound, and quite literally, even just reading the card, you know what it has to do with. So, like always though, you know me, I'm gonna read more about it. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't like to sniff. Where the heck is this card? Oh. Oh, wait. It is time to release old soul stories that have been played out in your life. They are coming up to be healed. There has never been a safer time to clear these patterns than right now. Take a look at patterns in your life that you are ready to release. Ancient vows and contracts that your soul made that have an expiry date. It could be a vow of silence or chastity or poverty. It is time to unwind from them. This is the life in which you free yourself from the trauma of lives past. What old ways of being have an expiry date? When you name them, you claim them, and they stop holding power over you. When acknowledging these old patterns, it is also important to acknowledge how they have also served you up until now. For example, a soul pattern of playing small caused by a soul fear of being seen or sharing your voice would have served you by keeping you safe. In order to grow, you now need to soften by receiving and calling in support. It is time to unbind from the old ways of being that are no longer sustainable. So yeah, again, you guys, obviously the message was clear right away, but I read you a little more, so definitely taking the advice, spiritual advice. So now we're going to get into the tarot spread. The first card we have is going to be, where are you in your spiritual cycle? You guys are now coming out of this energy of maybe, I don't want to say selfishness, but coming maybe, coming out of your shell. with the Four of Pentacles with reverse, because upright obviously has to do with someone being either definitely to themselves, you know, greedy or selfish. Like maybe if it's little things that you know about yourself, that you know that you've changed that have to do with anything I just said, then, you know, that's what it has to do with. But this is actually a good place to be, believe it or not. So let's see the central cycle lesson of where you are. The central lesson has to do with, again, not being too overly either, like, maybe if you have some I don't want to say masculine energy, but hold on, it's like I'm trying to get this out. I'm getting messages. Knight of Wands first. The lesson for this, again, okay, yeah. Also being patient with yourself with the Four of Pentacles reversed. I kind of get that. So with the Knight of Wands being reversed as your lesson, it's saying that, again, you don't need to rush forward with your passions and rush forward with everything, because maybe, again, it's kind of like the feeling that time is running out, essentially. So I feel that is the lesson needed to be learned, because, again, it's important to live in the present moment and just enjoying it, you know. It's hard, but it's like, it's something that we got to work on. And yeah, so let's see a positive influence. So, ooh, okay, I like this. So a positive influence is maybe for some of you, you just opened up to someone emotionally, and for you this was very positive, because I feel, again, with the Four of Pentacles reversed, talking about coming out of your shell and kind of owning yourself. It's like being a little bit more vulnerable with the Ace of Cups. So for those of you, if you, again, or if you started a relationship as well, this could be a good positive influence. A negative influence. Okay, yeah. Five of Swords. So again, the negative influence has a lot to do with maybe all the hostility that goes on in your head, the negative thinking, and either like holding grudges. Obviously we get fights with the Five of Swords, so that's, you know, people that, when you're surrounding yourself with people that are negative, or people who like provoke fights, that kind of thing, you know, obviously that being a very negative influence and something that you should detach yourself from, for sure. And again, also, yeah, that's what I get. And also with the Five of Swords, it's important to remember that, you know, coming to a compromise with someone. Yeah, coming to a compromise with someone and trying to see from someone else's point of view in a disagreement. And advice. Okay. Your advice. Seven of Cups. So here's your advice. There's a lot of, and this is kind of what I was feeling, so there's a lot of emotional opportunities, and when I say this, it's something very positive. There are a lot of positive things that you can do right now and that you can put your attention towards. You guys, I get the feeling that kind of owning up to your feelings as well for advice. And again, you have a lot of paths, and it could become daunting as well. But again, it's kind of the advice to say that you have time, and it's okay to take your time with exploring your emotions and you know, trying to do a lot of things at once, because you have so many options, or you're being pulled in so many different ways. So yeah, guys, I really hope that resonated. If it did, give a like. I wish you very good luck on your spiritual journey, and I will do an update video in the future for you guys. And yeah, I love you so much. Like, if you like this, subscribe. Welcome to the family, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.